car radio, morning talk show, politics and psychology. The highways merge and form in the crossroads. All of them lead to the restless sea. To the sea. To the restless sea. To the sea. All of them lead to the restless sea. North to the Arctic,
Richard Julian is an American singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist, I believe originating from Delaware. He does not have a Wikipedia page, and finding out information about him is quite difficult. He started his career, I believe, as a keyboard player in Las Vegas. He released his first album in 1997 and his sixth in 2010. He has not had a great deal of commercial success. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was the second album by Richard Julian. And it's been in my life for a while. So most of the reviews on this channel are me working my way through a list of the 3,000 greatest albums of all time, according to a list at a website called Acclaimed Music, which is an amalgamated list from a whole load of other lists. But occasionally I step off that list. Roughly about 1 in 10 of my reviews are off list. And one of the series that I've got going off list is Hidden Gems. So these are albums that I really like, but I think are not particularly well known. In this case, I suspect that it's pretty unknown, this album. So I can't remember where I picked this CD up. I did get it on CD. Or where or why. I can't remember if I had heard one of his tracks on a compilation or something like that, or if it was just one of those blind buys that I occasionally made. It might have been reduced, in a remainder bin or something like that. Whatever reason, I got it. I loved it instantly, and I have loved it ever since. It's a really good album. Let's do some description or try. So I think singer-songwriter is probably the best genre to put it in, but it's definitely got more of an Americana twist than a lot of singer-songwriter. There's definitely elements in here of jazz, of things like kind of a bit of a Southern American feel, maybe bits of Cajun, a little bits of folk even, but also kind of a funky feel at times. It's got this kind of beaty feel in some of the faster songs. The production is it's so good. There's lots of excellent sounds here, some great choices in how to present the music. It's rich and it's warm and it's space in it. It reminds me of another band who are not particularly well known, called Jellyfish, who existed for a while and came out of San Francisco. There's some odd sounds used at times, which again makes it interesting. It's all about the textures here in the production and making these this kind of like, yeah, it's got a really good backbone to it. There's some quite percussive guitar playing at particular points. In fact, quite a lot. I presume this is Richard, and his guitar playing is really nice. It's somewhat unusual in that he does quite a lot of. He uses an acoustic guitar, but does quite a lot of slapping techniques on it to get some very percussive sounds, and that kind of builds into some of these bouncy grooves that is there in some songs. So I found the music infectious. Actually, I found the chord sequences at times a little kind of cool and unusual. There's definitely kind of a strong musicality going on here, and thought about how to produce some slightly different from standard feels in the way you move from one chord to another. There's some quieter songs on here as well, and I would say that they're deftly handled, and he manages the switch from kind of bouncy cool guy to more of a laid back kind of quieter and a bit more pathos to them in there. His singing's nice. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a strong, showcase of technical singing, but it's expressive. He can be quite laconic at times. Sometimes he does this kind of half singing, half talking thing, and it's kind of really cool. like that. The songwriting as well, I really like. At times, I kind of thought, oh, that's the sort of thing that maybe Elvis Costello would write. And I have a lot of respect for Elvis Costello as a songwriter. The songs are generally kind of a wry look at life. There's invented situations. There's heavy on metaphors. One of my favourite tracks in terms of that is Boca Raton, which has got this repeated line. I woke up alone in a Boca Raton hotel. And towards the end, he's basically admitting that he just came up with this great line that he wanted to use, and so he built a song around it, and it's got that self-referential thing in it. It's great. There's a lot of variety musically. I love it. The songs are engaging. It's a little on the quirky side. All sorts of things that I love about this. It's very competent. I have no idea why he's been under the radar and why he is not better known. There is stuff out there that is much better known than this, that is nowhere near as competent and as engaging to my mind. Also, I have to apologise. I found it seriously hard to find anywhere where this was streamed. So I couldn't find it on Apple Music. I couldn't find it on YouTube. I couldn't find it on Spotify. There are other albums of his on there, but not this particular one. I eventually found that you can stream it if you go to the Amazon Music site, and you can get a free month if you sign up there, or if you already have an Amazon Music account, then you'll be able to use that link that's going to be down below. So I'm afraid it's not going to be necessarily easy to get hold of it. There are copies that you can get hold of by paying for them for MP3 download as well. I think the chances of anyone who's watching this actually knowing this album is quite small, but if you do and you've got an opinion, I'd love to hear it. And if you don't and you like the sound of it, I'd love the idea that this might entice you to check this out and try and get hold of this album, because it really is a treat. It's a most excellent album. That's it from me for now.
A pussycat in a rocking chair, big grey eyes and a curious stare. Can't get the bird on the windowsill. Pussycat got nothing to kill. Poor pussycat, nothing to kill. I see the cat chasing the air, leaping and